Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve this nice algebra problem, and here we have n plus 1 and its power 6 plus n plus 5 and its whole power 6 equals to 730, and we will solve this problem for the real values of n. So here you remember one thing is that our n is belongs to R. So the very first thing or first step we are going to do is here first we will rewrite this equation as here you have n plus 1, and we will write it as n plus 3 minus 2 and its whole power 6, because you know that 3 minus 2 will be equals to 1. And similarly here we have n plus 5, and we will write it as n plus 3 plus 2 and its whole power 6, and it is equals to 730. And in the next step we will make this expression into the simplified form, so that here we will just take y equals to n plus 3. So when you take y equals to n plus 3, then this expression will becomes in the form of here you take this term is y, so you have y minus 2 and its whole power 6, plus here you get y plus 2 and its whole power 6 equals to 730. So now in the next step we will make here a little bit more simplifications here, so that here again we will just take a equals to y plus 2, and the other value this is equals to b, so b equals to y minus 2. So now I can again take this value equals to b and this value equals to a. So now here I can just make some more simplifications here, so that you can just find its simplified form as here you have a equals to y plus 2. So when I can take the square on a, then you will get here a squared equals to, we have y plus 2 whole square, and y plus 2 square equals to y squared plus 4 and plus 4 times of y. And similarly here we have b, and when we take the square on b, then you will get here b square equals to y square plus 4 minus 4 times of y. So this is the here the step in which I can take the square on a and b. So here I can rewrite this term as here I can make just some brackets, and you write y squared plus 4 and plus 4 times of y. And similarly we can write this as y squared plus 4 and minus 4 times of y. So here I can write these two terms in this form, and now in the next step we will just add these two terms. So when you add a square plus b square, then you will obtain here, so here you see these two terms. So when you add these two terms, and you see that this plus 4y and minus 4y are cancelled by each other, and these two terms are like terms, so these are added by each other, and you get 2 times of y square plus 4, and I can name this as equation number 1. Similarly now you will multiply a square and b square, these two terms. So in the left hand side you have a square multiplied by b square, and in the right hand side you have two factors in which you just say that it has a plus b multiplied by a minus b, so it is equals to a squared minus b squared whole identity. So we will use here this identity, and you will just get y square plus 4 and its whole square, and you have minus of b square, so b is 4y square, and 4y square equals to 16 times of y square, and I can name this as equation number 2. So now we will move our first equation, and in our first equation you just see here we have y minus 2, we can put y minus 2 equals b and y plus 2 equals to a. So now we put these two values in this equation, and we will get its output in this form, and you have a to the power of 6 plus b to the power of 6 equals to 730. And now we will simplify these two expressions, and we will get our final answer. So now first I can write a to the power of 6 as a squared and its whole cubed, plus we write b6 as b square and its whole cubed equals to 730. And now you see here we have this is the nice cubic formula, so we can apply the cubic formula here, and you will just get a plus b times of a squared, and a squared we have a square and its whole square, and minus you have b squared and sorry, plus you have b squared and minus a squared into b squared, and this is whole equals to 730. So here I can just use the nice cubic formula. So here we need some little bit simplifications here, so we can get our final answer. And now first I can write this as a squared plus b squared, and we have this term in this form, a squared and its whole squared plus b squared and its whole squared, and we write this minus a square into b square as plus 2 times of a squared and b squared, and minus 3 times of a squared and b squared, and this whole equation equals to 730. You just subtract these two values and we get minus times of a square and b square. And now you see these terms, and we will get here a squared plus b squared into this will be equals to a squared plus b squared and its whole square, and you have minus 3 times of a squared and b squared, and this whole equation equals to 730. And in the next step we will put the values of a square and b square and a square multiply b square here, because you see here equation number 1 and 2. So in equation number 1 we will get a square plus b square, it is equals to 2 times of y square plus 4, and this value equals to this one. So now we will use these two values here. So by using our given values, then this expression will becomes in the form of, so here you have first a square plus b square, and the value of a square plus b square equals to 2 times of y square plus 4, and again you have this 2 times of y square plus 4 and its whole square minus 3 times of a square multiply b square, and the value of a square multiplied b square is y square plus 4 and its whole square minus 16 times of y squared, and this whole equals to 730. So now we will move in the next step, and in the next step you have first we move this 2 in the right hand side, and you will cancel this 2 by 730, and it will be equals to 365. And in the next step we have y squared plus 4. I can just write it as it is, y squared plus 4, and here we have the 2 square equals to 4 times of y squared plus 4 and its whole square, and now we multiply the 3 on both of the terms, and you will get minus 3 times of y squared plus 4 and its whole squared, and plus we have 3 times of 16 equals to 48 times of y squared, and this is whole equals to 365. So in the next step we again need some simplifications here, and we will write this expression as y squared plus 4 times of, here you have 4 times of this term minus 3 times of this term equals to y squared plus 4 whole square, and we have 48 times of y squared, and this whole equals to 365. So now we again take little bit simplifications here, and now we can take t equals to y squared plus 4, and here we get the value of y square, it is equals to t minus 4. So now in the above expression we will put y square plus 4 by t and y square by t minus 4. So the above equation will becomes t times of, here you have t squared plus 48 times of y square, and y square equals to t minus 4, and this whole equals to minus 365. So we move this 365 in the left hand side, it will becomes minus 365, and this whole equation equals to 0. So now we multiply this t on each of the expression, and you will get here the cubic equation, which is t cubed plus 48 times of t square minus 48 times of 4 equals to 192 of t, and minus 365 equals to 0. So now we will solve this nice cubic equation. So now first I can find the root of this cubic equation by inspection. So here you, if you check by inspection, we have t equals to 5 satisfied this equation. So we say that t equals to 5 be the root of this equation, and now we can use the synthetic division in order to solve the next steps, so that our synthetic division will be written in this form. Now we write the coefficients of these terms, and we have 1 and 48 and minus 192 and minus 365. So we divide it by 5, and first you will get this value as it is. So this is 1, and 1 time of 5 is 5, and 48 plus 5 equals to 53, and 53 times of 5 is 265, and when you subtract these two you get 73, and 73 times of 5 equals to 365. So its remainder will be 0. So now we can write the depressed equation. So our depressed equation will be t squared plus 53 times of t and plus 73 equals to 0. So when you can solve this depressed equation, then you will easily check that this equation has no real root. So this equation cannot get the real root, so that we will reject it this case, and here we have the only one solution of this problem, which is t equals to 5. So now we will back substitute the values of t here. So we have t equals to 5, and we first put t equals to y squared plus 4, and it is equals to 5. So here you obtain y square equals to 1. So now we will just take the square root on both of the sides, and you will get the two values of y, which is plus minus 1. So now we break these two values, and here I can write first y equals to plus 1, and now we write y equals to minus 1, and now again we back substitute the value of y, and you see in the start of the problem we have y equals to n plus 3 equals to 1, and similarly n plus 3 equals to minus 1. So here you get n equals to minus 2, and here you get n equals to minus 4. So finally we say that n equals to minus 2 and minus 4 be the solution of the given problem. And this is our final answer, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.